Arms together. Recite after me. 南无本师释迦牟尼佛。南无本师释迦牟尼佛。南无本师释迦牟尼佛。Okay, put your hands down.
We would like to invite Reverend Chuan, who is a spiritual advisor of Saturday Sunday School, and our principal, Rina Teo, to address us in the first part of this session. Venerable, please.
All right. Good afternoon, Principal Rina. Good afternoon, our dear parents. And of course, without forgetting all of you, good afternoon to all the boys and girls. Very good afternoon to all of you. No reaction. Do you understand what I just said? Yes. You're too shell-shocked. Chinese monk speak English. Never speak broken English. Can you understand me? Yes, very good. Very good afternoon to our parents and our children. How are you today?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, very good. So warm welcome to all of you to Guan San Pokasi Saturday Sunday School. I've been tasked by our abbot, my teacher, Venerable Guan Shen, to be the spiritual advisor, and it's my privilege to be here with all of you. I'm very pleased to see so many of you here today. How many of you are in your primary school? Raise your hand. Wow. Secondary school? Anyone? Some of you, huh? So we have primary and secondary schools, children and youths who are here. Why? Because this is a combined welcome day for those who are new to the school. So some of you may be in primary 1, primary 2, up to primary 6. A question, yes?
Both of us are in the same school.
Wow. Very good, huh? And now you will be in the same Buddhist Dharma school. Wow. And there's a question there. Huh? She's your friend. Who is your friend? That boy is your friend. Oh, girl. Okay. Hello. Very good. It's nice to see so many of you who are friends already. Yeah. Which primary school are you in? Are you in a primary school? No. You look a bit too young for primary school, huh? Which level are you studying? Sec 3, So she feel like, why am I here? Welcome. Yeah. You have to go through the 6 years classes first before you go to join. No, just kidding. You go straight into Sec 3. Yeah? So for those who are in secondary school, you go into the secondary school classes. For those who are in primary school, you have your primary school classes with the teachers waiting for you. Okay? Welcome to our parents. I'm very happy to see you all here, especially to see the whole room filled. Coming here together, we are not really, although we are called Saturday Sunday School, this is not yet another school, okay? This is a place for us to learn together what Buddhism is. What is Buddhism? Wow, these two, very, yes, I got the answer. What is Buddhism?
To pray.
Oh, it's to pray. And then take the 木鱼 talk. 如是我问你是否在舍卫国基础及孤独愿经 Huh? Is to?
Not
To believe. Wow. And? there are a few things, yeah, and they are all correct. Part of the process of becoming a Buddhist today requires you to maybe do a bit of prayers, yeah, what we call puja or chanting, which later teacher Renee, Principal Renee, and some of the other volunteer teachers will be sharing with you. But being a Buddhist is not just about that. Being a Buddhist or coming to this Buddhist school is about coming together to make friends, to learn about the teachings, so that you can learn more about yourself and others. And most importantly, even more importantly, to know more about your parents, how you should relate to them. You know? The first time you have memory of anything, your parents were there already. Have you ever wondered where they come from? What they do in the past? What they like? What is their hobby? Do you know their hobby? Yes. Don't know. Or who is his parents? Or stress. Don't say. So this is not just another school, another class. Although we use those terms, but this is a place. This is a monastery. Yeah? A monastery is where we have a place that is rounded up together. We have some buildings where monks stay. Monks such as myself, monks such as our abbot and the resident monks, and at the same time we let lay people, yeah, non-monks basically, non-monks and non-nuns, to come here to learn about the teachings. Part of the process, sometimes we do seem like we are doing prayers, yeah, but Buddhists pray in a very special way. Yeah? We read what the Buddha said. Yeah? Our prayers come in many forms. Yeah? I remember when I was much younger, I remember once I asked my mother, what to say to Guan Pusa? Do you all know who is Guan Pusa? Yes. When I was your age, one day my mom handed me one incense, and I think your parents may start to laugh later. And I asked my mom in Hokkien, because I'm a Hokkien. I will use Hokkien and I will explain to you what it means later. So I said, Ma, we gong si mi. It means, what should I say? So she said, just say this. Namo Guan Si菩薩，輔助保庇自己大水平安順順，爸爸大談。In English, it basically means to ask Guan Pusa, the Buddhas, to bless the family, from the young to the old, all to be safe and sound. To be safe and sound, and for my father to earn big bucks. That was when I was really young, you know. Do you all still pray in this way? Did your mother tell you to pray in this way? No, Nowadays is Namo Guan Si Pusa, give me Xbox. Is it? Give me 100 points. Tomorrow is my exams. Or maybe, This is one way of praying. Yeah, but actually, Buddhism is more than that. Yeah, Buddhism is more than that. It's really about learning about ourselves and about the world. And when you learn more about who we really are, how we are, then we start to change our mindset. If you ask yourself, if you get what you want, are you happy? Let me repeat the question. Some of you, what is he talking about? Think of a toy that you like. Your favorite toy, okay? Think of your favorite toy. Think of your favorite toy. Okay? Now, imagine if your parents take it away from you. Imagine if your parents take it away from you and don't let you play with your favorite toy. Are you happy? Oh, no. If your parents let you play with your favorite toy, are you happy? Yes. Do you love your parents when your parents give you a favorite toy? Do you still love them if they take it away? So much for loving your parents. So next time, Parents' Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, you all take away their toys. See whether they still love you or not. maybe don't. Yeah, they don't play with toys, but for some reason they take it away. So our love for our parents, okay, should be beyond that. Whether our parents give us the toy we like or not, our love for them should not change. We should still love them. That is true love for our parents. That is filial piety. It's like, wow, what is he talking about? Because anyone can do this. If anyone give you what you like, we feel good about them. So it's easy to love in this way. And if someone take away something that we like, it's easy to dislike such a person. This anyone can do. But when you come here as a Buddhist, we learn to do more than that. We learn to love without conditions. We learn to love our parents, care for them, even when they take our favorite toys away, because sometimes they have to. For example, when you go to school, can you bring your favorite toy? No. But does it mean that your parents don't love you? Don't dare to answer.
No.
Actually, they do love you, you know? Yeah. Oh, very good. Give him a round of applause. Wow. What I try to say in 10 minutes, he say in 1 word. It's for your own good. And it's true, you know. It's really for your own good. But sometimes it's not so easy to understand, you know. But over time, if with our classes, with our friends, you may start to learn and appreciate that. And the same even goes to your parents, you know. Even to your parents. Because everybody like to get what they want. But sometimes you can't. Can we still be happy? Can we still love others, care for others, even when they appear to be not so nice to us? That's the trick. That's the difficult thing to do. And I hope that in this course of many years to come, every Saturday or Sunday when you come to Pokatsi, you can make new friends and learn the teachings from our lovely volunteer teachers. And as much as I can, I will come and share some stories with you all. I'll tell you all new things. And maybe we can learn together. And over time, we can be truly happy. Do you want to be truly happy? Some people, who wants to be truly happy? I just want my Xbox, man. Learn to be truly happy. Yeah? Okay? I want to just leave you all with that. Think about that, okay? When you go back home, ask yourself, how can I still love and care for my parents, whether they give me what I want or not? I don't want to sleep. My parents want me to sleep. Can I still love them and wake up in the morning and still, Mommy, Daddy, do you still greet them in the morning? Do you all greet them? Some yes, some no. So give your first exercise. Tomorrow, when you when you wake up in the morning, see your Mommy, Daddy. Good morning, Mommy. Good morning, Daddy. Or whatever language you use. Okay? Can or not? Can or not? Chinese also can. Hokkien, Hakka, Cantonese, Teochew, Japanese, French, whatever. You know. You go, bonjour, Mama. You can say that. Or Ohayo gozaimasu, Oka-san. Whatever language you want. Okay? Or Japan also can. Okay, can or not? Try, okay? Give you the first exercise of your whole life. Alright, thank you very much. I want to hand over to Principal Renee. Give Principal Renee a round of applause.
Good afternoon, Venerable Chuan, parents and students. My name is Rina. You can call me Principal Rina. Welcome you to new students' orientation. Can I have a show of hands? Who will be joining our school next year? Because some of you may be sitting with your siblings. How many of you are new students? That's a lot. Okay, please put down your hands. Alright. Any one of you doesn't understand English, the audience? Or can? Okay. Okay, I just give you a brief description of what we do and who we are. This this variable function He is our monastery's abbot since 2004. Okay, and this is me. And we have 4 very capable staff here. One is Cui Yun. She is the vice principal. Where's Cui Yun? She's not around. Okay, Cui Yun is our vice principal. Sunan is here. That's Sunan. And then Binyo, the one that you saw when you registered in the other room, and then Janice. Okay. How old do you think we are? No, I am. The school. How old do you think the school is? Anyone can give a guess?
1,000 over years.
Oh, 1,000.
Wow.
300 years old. So ancient. Anyone else? 88 years. Yes? 99 years.
1,000
Okay. You want a clue? You want a clue? Less than 50. Less than 50. 49. Anyone who knows? Parents? 8 years. Longer than that. We are 29 years old. And so far this year is 9. And we started since 1983. It's long time ago. We were not even born, right? And of this batch of students, we have only 70 students only, and until Sec 1. But now we have 800 students. That's a lot. And we have 80 very dedicated volunteer teachers, okay, from primary 1 to S4. Okay, our classrooms will be using the classrooms in level 3 and 4 in the 10,000 Buddha Pagoda building, okay, over there. And then here, in the Venerable Hongcho Memorial Hall, level 1, there are some classrooms outside. Okay, so we'll be using these few classrooms. Okay, our vision is to be a model institution for Buddhist education. In fact, we are the largest Buddhist school in Singapore. Our mission is to propagate the Dharma to the young for their spiritual development and developing through the joy of learning, practice, and sharing in a warm, supportive, and inspiring Buddhist environment. And our motto is learn, practice, realize, and share. It has to be in this order. And some people stop after learn, practice. So we want to, of course, teach our children first, so that they learn. But the important thing is to put what you have learned into practice. Practice in your daily life. After you have learned on Saturday or Sunday, you go back home and then think, how is that going to help me every day? Okay, when I go to school, how I behave at home. Okay, then after practicing for a few years, hopefully one day you will realize the truth. Okay, you realize what is Dharma, and then after that be confident to share with others, and then come back, okay, and share your knowledge and experience, your wisdom, okay, with everybody. Okay, we have 2 terms in a year. First term is from January to April, and then we will break for the exams, okay, for them to prepare for their mid-year exams. And the second term will be from June to September. P6ers, because of their PSLE in August and September, they will end the school term in July, and we will have a farewell concert, a farewell ceremony for them. Okay, so for Saturday school, the timing is still the same, from 3:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. on Saturday. But for the Sunday school, it will be earlier, starting from 8 to 10 p.m. Yeah, Joven, is that Joven? You want to share? What are you sharing about? You listen? Listen attentively to me. Okay, school rules. Okay, just like although schools say we are not really a school, but we still need school rules because we need to provide a conducive environment for students to learn. So, and also to ensure their safety. So school rules are also still needed. Okay, here. And students, it's really your responsibility to observe them. Okay, so what are they? I'll let you know. Okay, when you come to the monastery, show respect to the venerables, who are the monks and the nuns, principal and teachers. So when you meet them along the way, along the corridor, in the classroom, okay, you place your palms together like this in front of your chest, and then you give a little bow, you bow, and then you say, good afternoon, teacher, so and so, or good morning, teacher, so and so. Even if the teacher don't teach you, okay, even if they don't teach you, yes, to show respect, because they come here, they come here every week, okay, to give their time and effort, okay, to teach you, okay, to teach the students. So you must give them your respect. So what you can do is just put your palms together, bow, and then just say good afternoon, good morning. Okay? Speak courteously and pleasantly at all times. We must be kind to one another. So we watch our language. We don't scold, we don't use vulgarities, don't say rude words to teachers as well as our classmates also. Okay? Be mindful, do not shout and run around. In the temple, the monastery is not a playground. Okay? You may get hurt if you run around, you bang into others, you may fall down. And also, people come to the monastery to cultivate themselves. You see a lot of people meditating in the halls, they're walking very slowly, very mindfully, and then you are running and screaming all around. Then you are disturbing the peace in the monastery. That's not good. Okay? So we walk around quietly, quickly but quietly, but mindfully. Okay, puja. Puja is compulsory and it starts before we start our lesson. So when you come to school, you go to the shrine hall. Okay? Before school starts. School starts at 3:30, right? Or Sunday will be 8 o'clock. So you come slightly 10 minutes earlier, okay, to settle yourself down, quiet down your mind, and then we will start the puja. Okay? You should have a puja book with you. It's okay in the first day of school you come and then you don't understand a single thing and you cannot follow. It's okay. Okay? Just follow, because some of the puja we actually chanting, we actually have some English verses to read. So you can read, right? You can read, follow along. But when you go to classroom, the teacher will teach you. Again, the boys are not listening to me. Later I'll text you, see whether you pay attention. Okay, sit quietly with your back straight and in cross-legged position. So can I see whether you can sit cross-legged? Is everyone sitting cross-legged now? Children? Come, give it a try. I want to see whether you can sit cross-legged. Because you have to sit like this for about 5 minutes when you meditate in the shrine hall. Good. And then your back must be straight. So you must sit up straight. This is called good posture. Okay, good. So you maintain like this until I finish. Okay, now we have chanting which starts before puja, Om Mani Padme Hum. Okay. We chant for 5 minutes before we start our puja. So that's why we encourage you to come earlier. So if you start at 3:30, you come at about 3:20. If you start 8 o'clock, you come at about 7:50. To prepare your mind and to do the chanting before we start. Okay. Even if you do not know how to chant or how it sounds like, don't mind, just follow. Okay. After regular practice, you will be very good in it. Okay. In the main shrine hall, must show respect to the Buddha. Okay, there is a statue, a Buddha statue in the 10,000 Buddha Pagoda hall, level 2. We always call it the puja hall. You go inside, there is a very big statue there. So when you go in, you are carrying your bag, right? You pick up the bag, put it on the floor beside you, and then you do your prostration to the Buddha. Before you go take your bag and then go to your seat. There are cushions on the floor. So you go to your class, sit down in the cushion which is in front. Whoever comes first will always fill up the front seats. Okay? Then you wait for the puja to start. Okay, when you are in the shrine hall, we want you to maintain noble silence. It means quiet. Because it is time for everyone to calm down, to settle down their mind, to forget about what has gone through, okay, Monday to Friday, just to quiet down. So we need really a quiet environment. Okay? So noble silence in the shrine hall, and then there is a donation box there in front of the shrine hall. So do not put your personal belongings on top. Okay? And the hall is aircon, with carpeted floor. So we do not encourage you. In fact, you should not eat sweets, biscuits, tidbits, or drink water in the shrine hall. Because when you spill water, what happens?
The air conditioner will be very hard to dry.
You're very good. The carpet will take time to dry, right? Because all the windows are closed and then the aircon just blowing. And then when you drop sweets, then what will come? Ants, insects, right? That will be no good. So, but if you're really very thirsty, what should you do?
Drink water.
What do you drink? You cannot drink inside.
Go outside.
Yes, go outside. Bring a water bottle, ask your teachers for permission, then go outside on the staircase and then you drink. Then you come back in again. Before we start puja, go to the toilet first. Okay, drink some water, go to the toilet first and come in. Because we don't want you to chant halfway and say, oh dear, I need to go to the toilet. And how? Okay, so go to the toilet first before we start. And then we're leaving the shrine hall. After we are finished, you have to go back to your class. Then we chant Om Mani Padme Hum or Nam Mô Bổn Sư释迦牟ni Hum. Okay, sincerely and then move orderly. About climbing stairs, because some of you will be taking up the classrooms in level 3 and 4, you have to climb stairs, right? So we have to walk very carefully because we have children falling down before because they don't listen to us, they run, okay, and then they get injured. So we must always walk, okay, orderly, slowly up and down the stairs. Okay, in the classroom, before you start, you go in, you go to your seat, table, put down your bag, and then you will greet your teachers first. Also, palms together, and then bow, and then say good morning or good afternoon, teacher. Okay? And then before your teacher starts the lesson. You must always raise your hand before you speak, so that the teacher will know that you want to speak and he will listen to you. When everyone talk at the same time, the teacher can't hear anything, right? So be polite, raise up your hand when you want to speak. And be kind and considerate to others. Okay, when you're working in teams, you have to share, you have to discuss ideas. Okay, respect one another. Okay, be considerate. And in the shrine hall, we have cushions for you to sit. So we don't want you to start playing with the cushions or jumping on top, okay, of it. So take care of our belongings, because of our things, because some of these things are donated by people, by donors. Okay, so must take good care of them. Yes?
This is not our house.
This is not our house. Yeah. This is our temple or school. So we must take care of our things, right? And then when you are in classroom, keep the classroom clean, neat and tidy. Okay, if you are doing artwork, there's a rubbish bin, just throw it inside. Okay, attendance. This one is also for parents to know. Okay, attendance is compulsory. We will really want you to come every week. Okay, unless you are really sick, you can't come. Okay, but if for some personal reason you really cannot come, okay, you have to submit this notification of absence form, which can be found in the school website. Okay, or you can write a letter and then bring it back the next following week and give it to your teachers. Because if not, then we will take it as you are absent without reason. And if you do that for 3 times, then we will call your parents and ask why. Then if it's really for no good reason, then we will decide whether you should continue or not, or whether we should let someone else come instead who are more committed. So we really want you to come, okay, every week. It's just 2 hours on a Saturday afternoon. Okay, come and learn a lot of things from the teachers. And please be punctual. Okay, don't be late, because if you are late, then you'll miss the puja, and also you'll be sitting at the back. Then your discipline master, we have a discipline master here. He will take down your names and call your parents. Okay, so be early, be early. If you rush a bit, then your mind is not settled, very restless, and then you cannot concentrate. Okay, during your lessons later. Okay, for dressing and footwear, you have already bought your t-shirt, green t-shirt, so please wear that, and your long plain pants. Okay, for P1, you have to wear white long pants, and for P2 to S4, it will be just a dark color, black, brown, okay, dark colored long pants. No skirts, no shorts, and no bermudas. Okay, because one thing is cold in the puja hall and classroom. Secondly, we are doing meditation and chanting in front of the Buddha statue. That is not really nice when you're wearing a skirt or shorts. Okay, so please wear long pants, and you do not wear your shoes to your classroom. So if your classroom is here, then outside the main gate, the main door, there is actually shoe racks for you to put. But if your classroom is over at the pagoda building, then on level 1, when you go into one of the entrance, before you go up the staircase, there are shoe racks there, and it's labeled with your class, J1A, J1B. So you just put your shoes in the correct place. Okay? In case later on you can't find your shoes, so you will throw it on the floor all over the place. Huh? Okay. Because when you come to Dharma class, okay, to learn about the Buddha's teachings, and the Buddha has always been very, very kind, compassionate person. So if you display any misbehavior, okay, we will really have to talk to you about it. Okay, but of course we don't use the cane here. Okay, but what we'll do is we will sit down and talk to you, and even your parents, if you break any of the school rules, to find out why is that so? Why do you behave in a certain way? So some of the things that we consider misbehavior are, okay, bullying, fighting, dishonesty, means to lie to your friends or your teachers or even your parents. Indecency, hooliganism, theft, you steal things. Vandalism means you destroy the monastery's properties. You draw on the table, okay, you destroy the table. Possession of undesirable materials, okay, smoking, alcohol, drug abuse, school sniffing, and even rudeness to your teachers. Means you use offensive language, vulgarities, rudeness to your teachers or your friends, okay, through words, gestures, or actions. Or you bring a handphone to school and then you take it out during lesson time and start playing with it. Okay, when the teacher is talking, then we will really have to speak to you about it. Okay, because in your mainstream school, I'm sure your school also has some school rules which are similar to this. Okay, are there any questions from the students? Yes.
Sorry?
Repeat again.
Follow heart.
Follow heart.
Follow your heart?
Oh, follow your heart.
Oh.
Wow, very deep. This batch of students.
There's a question there.
Yeah. Any questions?
I think I don't have any white long pants.
Ask your mommy to buy for you. I think they sell long white pants in departmental stores. Just now the Chinese class was very funny. They only have white long pants for pajamas. Wear that.
Can they wear? Can they get those track pants that is white?
Yes.
Huh?
Track pants will be comfortable.
You know, track pants, so you don't have to be wearing trousers. You can wear track pants that is white in color.
Don't have to be jeans.
Okay.
Because to sit cross-legged, sometimes track pants is more comfortable. Yes, only for P1s. Why? Because we want to be able to identify them easily, especially when they are outside. That means when they go to the toilet, they are outside the building, and the little ones may need help, guidance, may be lost. So by looking at the pants, the color of pants, we know they are P1. So just for P1. If it gets dirty, it's also okay because it's just once a week. But definitely must wear your puja t-shirt, your Dharma t-shirt. Don't wear your normal t-shirt to school. So if you have tuition or enrichment or whatever activities before school, remember to bring your Dharma shirt along so they can change. You can wear sandals or slippers or shoes, is okay.
Okay. So, again, good afternoon to all parents. 我需要用华语吗？有没有人听不懂英语的？举手。有几位哈？可能有几位。 我先用一点英语，然后再用一点华语，好不好？如果你们听不懂的，你们就举手哈，好不好？So again, good afternoon to all of you. As you can see, the kids are all very excitable, and they can't wait to go and see what's up next for them. Starting from next year, they'll be joining us. And for parents, we actually have a series of classes for you all also. Yeah, do you all know that? You all know, do you all have this? Yes. So inside would give you more information about the school, about what to expect, what is to come. Yeah. I'd like to just spend some time with you all today to share with you very briefly about Buddhism. We'll have more time in future, and we'll have more time in future to share. 接下来呢，我会花一点时间跟你们分享哈，这个明年你们的孩子呢就可以来上课。那不只是他们上课，你们也需要上课。你们也需要上课。那在此呢，我想要借这个机会跟你们分享一些就是有关佛教佛法的一些教理。What is Buddhism? What is Buddhism? Just now we can see from the children very spontaneous answers. What is Buddhism about? We have praying. And then we have, what else? There was this kid, this boy. What did he say? Huh? Sorry? Belief. Huh? These are very common in religion. Whether it's in terms of prayers or to have faith and belief, these are very common in most religion. In Buddhism, these two aspects do play a role as well. In Pali, we call it puja and sada. In Chinese, 唱诵 or 念诵，还有信，信。什么是佛教？刚才小朋友们一个就说念诵，诵经这个是佛教，或者是说祈祷，然后另一位呢就说信仰，这个是佛教。这个是佛教吗？这个就是佛教吗？佛教就只是这个祈祷、诵经还有信仰吗？Is Buddhism just that? Is Buddhism just about prayers? Just about beliefs? Buddhism is not just about that. Yeah, although it does have that aspect. You do need to have some faith. You do need to have some faith. Otherwise, you wouldn't even come here. You should have some faith and confidence that, well, it should be something good. Yeah? But how good? Maybe we have some idea. Yeah? But Buddhism is not just about that. It doesn't stop there. It starts from there and then moves beyond that. The Buddha taught us many things. But he also knew many things that he didn't teach us. In one of the sutta called the Simsapa Sutta, he said, grabbing one handful of leaves, he asked the monks, how much leaves is inside my hand and how much leaves are in the forest? Which is more? And of course the monk said, the leaves in the forest are more, the leaves in the hands are little. And then the Buddha said, just as the leaves in the hands are little, while the leaves in the forest are more, the Tathagata, referring to himself, the Buddha, teaches only a small part of what he knows. Only teaches a small part. And why? Because only this small part is sufficient for you to get liberated. For you to get liberated. And that's why you only teach those parts that is relevant to our liberation. And in his teaching, there's some parts that do require you to believe first. Require you to believe first. 在经典呢，有一部经，我不知道那个华语怎么翻译哈 ，Simsapa 就是一个地方的名字，一个森林。然后当时呢，佛陀在那个森林就跟诸比丘说，这个手中的叶子还是森林的叶子多。当然森林的叶子是多，手中的叶子是少。那比丘也就这样回答，比丘就是指我们出家人哈，男众的比丘。男众法师，那个女众就是比丘尼啊，比丘尼。那佛陀就说，他只就像这个手中的叶子呢，佛陀只教授他所知道的一部分。如来佛陀知道很多东西，但是只教授一部分。为什么呢？不是他吝啬。而是因为什么？因为就这一部分就够了，足够让我们解脱，足够让我们解脱。解脱什么？解脱烦恼。Enough for us to be liberated from our defilements, from our suffering. Yeah. Now, of all the things that he taught, he also mentioned about the 6 realms. Can you name the 6 realms? Do you understand me? Give me a blank look. Do you know what are the 6 realms? 6道佛陀教很多东西45年讲经45年，那他说法了这么多年，当中有其中一样就是他提到这个5戒或者是5趣或者是6道。6道听过吗？6道轮回听过吗？The 6 realms where we wander around, the ceaseless cycle of birth and death. Do you know the 6 realms? Don't know. How many of you don't know? Raise your hands. Now you all have comfort in numbers. The rest of you don't know what I'm talking about. The 6 realms are, usually we refer to them as the heavenly realms, the human realms, the Asura realms, the animal, ghost, and hell realm. Altogether 6. Okay? Of these 6, there are 2 that we can see directly: human realm and animal realms. So, do you need to believe that there's a human realm? You don't need to believe, because you can see that there is human realm, because you yourself, we are human beings. You don't need to believe that there's an animal realm also, because you can see animals around, and of course that includes insects and everything else in between. But ghost realm, have you all seen ghosts before? Anyone? Raise your hand. Do you all see any ghosts here? Oh, don't raise your hand. 你们在这个6道当中呢，这个天人、阿修罗、这个恶鬼、地狱、畜生当中呢，人跟这个畜生动物，我们都可以看得到，用肉眼就可以看得到。但是鬼呢？鬼看得到吗？有没有谁看过鬼的？这里有没有鬼呢？不要举手吓死人了。当然在佛经里面，他看到了没有，他开玩笑。但是虽然我们也没看到，然后天，很多宗教都有谈到天，也谈到鬼。然后呢，地狱呢，很多宗教也是有谈到地狱，但是我们的描述有所差别。我们的描述有所差别。Many religions mention all these realms. At least like the human, there's a human, there's heaven, there's hell, there's ghosts. Yeah? But the different religions differ in our descriptions. And from the differences in description, we also differ in the way we relate to these different realms. In Buddhism, when we talk about ghosts, are you all afraid of ghosts? Who is afraid of ghosts? Raise your hand. Wait, who is afraid of ghosts? Raise your hand. Not afraid Oh, okay. Please ask the ghosts to come in. Are you all truly not afraid of ghosts? Or maybe I should ask the other way. who is not afraid of? Which way should I ask? I'm getting confused already. We may not really think about it. No, who want to think about ghosts? Nobody want to think about ghosts. But if you think about how different cultures and religion refer to ghosts or relate to ghosts, it's usually one or another one of it. We either respond to ghosts or relate to ghosts with fear, with fear, or with a bit of fear and so-called respect. Chinese have this term, 与鬼神敬而远之. Yeah, so with respect to ghosts and the spirits or the gods, have a bit of respect but keep your distance. In Buddhism, our attitude towards ghosts are quite unique. We see ghosts as one of the realms that we can be reborn in as well. And ghost realm is part of the 3 lower realms where they are suffering. So if you look at the sutras, if you read the sutras, the references to ghosts are usually of them suffering. And it is with respect to their suffering that the Buddhist teaching on compassion is always highlighted. Yeah. So when we, in Buddhist teachings, as Buddhists, when we think about ghosts, it is with compassion. It is with compassion, with love, to wish for them to be well and happy, just like us. It's not, fearful. No, it's not that way. Huh? Do you all celebrate the 7-month festival? All of you don't celebrate. You know the Qing Gui? I say Qing Gui, then you all know. In our Buddhist culture, or Buddhist tradition, we celebrate in a very unique way. We actually perform a lot of meritorious deeds. We recite the sutras for them to listen to it as well. We do visualizations and offerings to them to help them calm their mind down and then learn the teachings. Yeah? With the wish that they can also be liberated. That they can be liberated. So it's not that our 7-month festival we go around exercising them. No, we don't do that. We read those sutras on love and compassion. We read those sutras on how to relinquish our attachments. Because from the Buddha's teaching, those who are reborn as ghosts get reborn as ghosts because of very strong attachment to this world that they cannot let go of, or strong stinginess, miserliness, and so on. So the teachings are antidotes for that. But why do I mention this on the first day? I mention this because to actually believe in this really requires belief, isn't it? So while many people always say that, Buddhism, we don't have blind faith, then from blind faith, then they say, actually in Buddhism we don't need any faith. We are very intellectual. We have wisdom. We learn the teachings and we just walk the Buddha's path, the middle path, the Noble Eightfold Path. But in fact, in the initial part, you do need to have a bit of faith. Because I just give you an example. None of you can claim that you have seen ghosts, or heaven, or hell. Or for that matter, when people ask you, is there pure land? How about next life? Have you seen next life? But a good part of our practices circles around all this. So initially you do need to have a bit of faith. But then there are other parts of the Buddha's teaching that don't require you to have faith. In fact, if you just use faith, then it's wrong. Because those parts of the teachings require to investigate and to realize yourself. Yeah? Sorry, I must now switch to channel 8. 我刚才讲这么一大段，你们听得懂吗？那个几位第8波道的朋友，听得懂吗？我刚刚后面讲了几句， 就是在谈说，我们佛教对于这个鬼呀，有不同的态度。我们7月法会超度的时候呢，不是去把它驱走，把它打入18层地狱哦，不是哦。有些戏他乱拍的哈，有些人来问我说：“师父，但是戏是这样子拍的吗？”我说：“电影里面还有 Superman 呢。”但是这个是这样子，就是我们佛教对鬼、鬼神啊等等的态度是以慈悲心去想要去帮助他。但是现在话说回来，说我们长养慈悲心是很好，但是你们看过鬼吗？其实也没有。说有天，有吗？真的也还没去看过。有些可能他修行到一个阶段，他真的是可以意识到，或者是真的可以看得到但是呢，我们大部分可能也还没看过。那地狱呢？地狱也没看过。来生呢？前世呢？有些科学家他还去做调查那所以初开始呢，我们身为佛教徒确实是需要有一部分的信但是这个信呢，跟我们一般说的宗教的那个信呢，有一点点差别。什么差别呢？很多佛教徒就是有一种我们佛教不提倡这个迷信，佛教不是迷信，确实不是迷信但是我们现在又说需要有信，什么差别？就是初开始对于某一些部分呢，我们确实还不能直接去观察的，确实是需要有一定的信。但是有一部分呢是不需要的，是哪一部分呢？也就是比方说佛陀跟我们说，不杀生、不偷盗、不邪淫、不妄语、不饮酒不杀盗淫妄酒。The 5 precepts, For example, in the Buddha's teaching, there are some parts that you can realize for yourself. Starting with the 5 precepts, Panchasila. Are you familiar with the Pali recitation? Anyone? Not so familiar. You all can learn over time also, slowly. But the first one starts with Panatipata Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. 这个唱诵呢是用巴黎文巴黎文不是那个法国的巴黎我们有些时候一直说巴黎文，我们佛教还用法文的巴黎文，不是这个 Pali is actually an Indian language, an ancient Indian language. Some claim that the Buddha used Pali to speak. Most scholars and elders would agree that it was one of the dialect, later dialect. There are some records that point to that there's a distant dialect or close nearby dialect called Prakrit, very similar to Pali. But in any case, it's not Chinese, not Mandarin, or not English. It's one of those Indian languages. And the verse that I just recited is the training rule to abstain from killing. To abstain from killing. Why do I bring this up? Because this is one of the most fundamental of the 5 precepts. The 5 precepts is very fundamental in the Buddhist way of life. As a lay person, have you all observed the 5 precepts? 有吗？多少位受了5戒的举手。5 precepts, those who have taken 5 precepts, raise your hand. Don't know, okay. Wow, very small number, the rest haven't taken 5 precepts. Then everybody's stressed. Teacher Rina, next in January, half of them gone. Sometimes Buddhists tell me this. 师父, 5 precepts, I really cannot do it, Can I take 4? Then some say, can I take 3 or not? I heard some places I can take only 1, Or then there are some places that allow you to just take refuge without the precepts. That's like saying you marry your husband, you all get married, and then but I marry you first, but I don't love you first. Because the precepts is but part of the teachings, Dharma. You take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, meaning you're going to rely on Buddha, Dharma, Sangha to guide you, to guide and shape your life such that it's conducive for happiness. In which case, part of the teachings is, if you kill, it is not conducive for happiness, whether for yourself or others. So if you want happiness, then of course it makes sense not to kill. Let me give you an example. Your children who are all very young. Imagine, okay, follow me with this thought experiment. Imagine years later, or maybe even today, imagine your child coming back to you, bring one friend, masa and come back, go play. And then that friend, after observing them playing together for a while, you find that the friend is very violent. Not happy, throw things. And then start slapping your boy or your girl. Your boy or girl have a disagreement with that friend, and that friend just slap him. Would you be happy? Say no. Say no. Okay, good. You are normal parents. Who would want your child to associate with someone who is violent? No one, isn't it? It's common sense. You won't feel safe at the first place. Now, if you extend that and ask yourself, what if I tell you that one of the kid that your friend, your child is associating with is actually a killer? Would you feel safe? No, right? Would you feel safe if I tell you that we have a killer in our classes? But actually we do, Awkward silence. Because sometimes they kill mosquitoes. Killers, isn't it? But of course, most of us will feel, "Aiya, Sifu, don't be silly, kill mosquito, no problem." But in Buddhism, that's where we are quite different from other religions. In Buddhism, when we say do not kill, I undertake the training rule not to kill. It includes all sentient beings, not just human beings, not just people that we love, not just people that we care, but including small little creatures that, we can just press and it dies. But we say no, even then we won't. Even when the creature tries to attack us, maybe we blow it away, or we try to brush it away, but we still don't kill. We still don't kill. But now if we think about it, what if one of the child is actually really a killer? Of course, maybe child not so easy, But imagine when your child has grown up to secondary school, to university as a working adult, and then bring back a friend, a boyfriend or girlfriend, and then you find that boyfriend or girlfriend is violent. Would you feel happy for your child? I don't think so, isn't it? So since we know that we do not want to associate, and it's not safe to associate with people who are violent, or to the point where the person has a tendency to kill, then why should we have such behaviors? Why should we ourselves kill? Shouldn't we restrain ourselves? Even if we are very, instigated to respond, someone provoke us, we should still not kill. Someone whack. No, we should still not kill. And so this is one part of the Buddha's teaching which you don't need to have special power to know. It is common sense. And so there are some parts of the Buddha's teaching, such as the 5 precepts. The same principle applies for the remaining 4 precepts. Or rather the remaining 3 precepts. The precept on drinking is a bit tricky. How many of you drink? One honest person, okay, 3 honest person. It's okay. For the record, I don't mean it's okay for a Buddhist to drink. It's okay to admit that you are drinking. But we should know that the training rule, there's one that says, Sura Miraya Majjapama Datana Viramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami, 不饮酒, to abstain from taking alcohol or intoxicants. Yeah. That itself is a very special rule. It is a rule to protect other rules called 护戒. Because if you drink, then there's a tendency, there's a chance for us to lose our sense of control, the right frame of mind. Then we may kill, we may steal, we may engage in sexual misconduct, we may lie, even if normally we don't. Yeah? So that's why it's called a protective precept. But today it's not just about precepts. Yeah? It's to give you an idea that Buddhism is not as simple as just praying and believing, because that is not all Buddhism is about. And it forms a small part of it. But this is the only visible part that we can see. That's why most people think Buddhism is just like any other religion. That is just something that you go to a place and then you pray to someone and you try to get something from it. But Buddhism is not just that. 佛教不仅是只是信仰或者是拜拜而已。好，刚才我简单的分享这个五戒里面的这个杀戒，我们自己凭着良心问自己的话呢，我们不愿意自己的孩子与一些有暴力倾向的小孩，或者乃至以后他长大成人，我们不愿意看到我们自己的孩子跟有暴力倾向的这个人交往，乃至成家立业。我们也不愿意说我们的孩子跟一个杀人犯，你们愿意吗？不愿意。那所以呢，这个是一个我们叫做自通自法，就是我们不愿人家这样子对待我们，我们也不愿意这样子对待别人。所以这个杀戒是一个很简单、很直接的一条戒。那佛法当中呢，很多部分其实也是如此，就是我们不需要有什么特别神通、特别智慧去了解的，透过学习呢，可以理解，我们可以理解它的道理So beyond faith, Buddhism is not, it doesn't stop there, but it requires you to have that initial part, and then an invitation. In Pali we say ehi pasiko, 请你来自己去检验，来现见。Invite you to come and see for yourself. See for yourself what? About whether the Buddha's teaching is true or not. And then to apply it in your life. To apply in your life. How many of you want to pray for good health? Raise your hand. Now more response. How many of you want to pray to get rich? Don't be shy. Or let's say not get rich lah. How many of you want to be happy? All of us want to be happy. Those who don't want to be happy, see me after this. You need professional help. 我们都想要有这个健康，想要有快乐，财富其实我们真的要吗？我们其实是为了要有这个健康跟快乐，所以才要有财富。We only need wealth because we want to have happiness and good health. If not for these two, we don't need money actually. Why do you need money? Ask yourself. You don't need money in and of itself. Meaning, our pursuit of money is not an end by itself. It shouldn't be. Because its purpose is for something else. Now, when you come to Buddhism, you may wish to have all that also. Buddhism can help you in that aspect. But it doesn't promises you the way like, you go to a vending machine, The Buddha gave a lot of advices, which I will share with you all over the several of those sessions when you all come for the classes. How to live a happy life, a meaningful life. You want to have wealth? Yes, I can tell you how also. I'm serious. The Buddha gave advice how to have wealth. Buddhism has a lot of misconception, or rather, a lot of people have misconception on Buddhism. thinking that, oh, as a Buddhist, I must be miserable, I must be very serious, I cannot smile. But especially when I come to a temple, I must look a bit down. Yeah. When I see a Sifu, no, relax, take it easy. Life is hard enough, you know. The last place you want to be and look miserable is the temple. Coming to a monastery, to the temple, it should be a happy thing. Huh? The Buddha and his monks were known as the happy ones. Yeah? Serious. People called the Buddha and his monks the happy ones. So I always have this question in my mind. If they were known as the happy ones, how do they look like? Do they look like this? Or do they look like this? Yeah. Common sense, you know. Yeah. So, as a Buddhist, when you all come for the classes, we will share with you how to live a meaningful life, how to have true happiness. And if you want to pursue wealth, and the Buddha even said, enjoy your wealth, but he give you advice how to enjoy it meaningfully. Don't think that, oh, as a Buddhist, very cham, you know, or I cannot earn too much money because that is greed. I cannot spend too much because that is greed again, or desire. Yeah. The Buddha said, if you work hard, rightly, earn money, it's okay to spend it. In fact, he said that those who earn money but don't spend it is very stupid. If you earn money, then you should use it. Use it not just for yourself, but for yourself and your loved ones, to please them. And that is one of the happiness that a lay person can have. Yeah? Many people don't realize this, but today you know, huh? So go back and spend. Within your limits, within your limits. Yeah. We can go on for hours and days, but I want to end here, and I want to encourage you to come to the temple, to the monastery, not just on Sunday or Saturday, but whenever you are free. The 4th floor is open. Yeah, you can come here, just sit quietly, pay your respect to the Buddha, and enjoy the quietude. Yeah? Because in our society, we have been conditioned to learn and to think that happiness is about stimulating our senses, our eye, ears, nose, tongue, and our body, and including our mind. We have forgotten how to be happy without stimulation. But it can be done. So I invite you all to come often and just spend quiet times, you know. Evening, come for a walk and then go to the hall and just sit down quietly and enjoy that bliss, that quietude. And then bring that quietude back home. Bring that quietude back home. Okay? So, with the blessings of the Triple Gem, wishing you all good health and happiness. May you all be guided and protected by the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. May you all say sadhu 3 times. Okay.
Primary, the English primary school. My profession is also a teacher, but I'll be joining the temple as a principal, in fact from January next year. So as a teacher, I was a subject head for discipline mistress for about 4 years. Okay. So children don't know why when they see me they will behave. But over here I want to try to really connect with the children, to really connect with them on the personal level. Like just now I saw our children and I'm really impressed by them. But sometimes they may be able to give good and correct answers. I'm not sure whether is it just head knowledge. Sometimes because they are still young. In school they always put out, hey, should you do this? No, they know everything. But then later on in recess, they go and fight and quarrel with their friends. So as of now, private school, whatever they know, they learn in school, is still here in the head. Yeah, they have not really practice it or realize it. That's why our school motto is important. We want to create that opportunities for them to apply and practice. So over here, in the past, we have exams at the end of the year to see whether they have understood the lesson. But recent years, we have really scraped the exams. Because what does 100 point or 100 marks mean for an exam? Doesn't mean anything. Because I have a student who was a top student in my class. Then the next year, when I see her, doesn't even greet me. And very rude to teachers. So it doesn't really mean anything. So we are not going to have exams. And some parents actually get anxious over the exams, or to study and all this. So we are not going to that. But the teachers may just give a quiz in class at the end of the year to just make sure that they really learned. Okay? Now I'm going to touch on what the children will learn in school. So for puja and chanting, we have two styles. We will use these two styles, which is the Mahayana style and the Theravada. Mahayana is 中国大乘, 北传. Theravada is 南传. So for Saturday Chinese and the Sunday school, they will learn the Mahayana style. For Saturday English school, they would use the Theravada style. So we will teach them how to chant, how to prostrate. Okay. Some other school activities. Okay, today is the new students orientation. Somewhere in July, the date is not fixed. We have a parent-child teacher conference. You notice there's a child there. Some schools, normal schools, they only have PTC, parent-teacher conference, without the child. Okay, but I think the most important person for this conference is the child, and the child should be there to listen to both sides, and also to present to his parents something like a report card of what he has learned and how his behavior has, how he has been getting along with friends and all this. So we would like the child to be involved in the conference, okay, to give an update, okay, or just to give a brief update on what he has learned for the year. And then after that, the parent and teacher will discuss, okay, are there any weaknesses that needs to be addressed? Okay, maybe it's anger management, maybe the child couldn't control his temper, or couldn't get along with his friends, then what should we do? Okay, so we will have this somewhere in July. Okay, then we have merit making events like Ulambana, 3 steps, 1 bow, for the students to take part in and also to know the significance of all these events. Sometimes the teachers may conduct outdoor activities outside the classroom. They may go to the garden, look at the trees, and we also plan to bring them out of the temple. We have catered for transport. We may bring them to parks, to homes, okay, for them to do community service. Okay. We will update you when the details are finalized. And then the P6 and S4, they will graduate earlier because of their exam. So we have a graduation day and we hope to invite parents to attend. And at the end of the year, everyone will come together to put on performances, singing, drama, and whatever, okay, during a concert. Okay, parents class, like what Shifu said, is compulsory. First 4 sessions is compulsory for you. After that, you are encouraged, strongly encouraged to attend. And it's conducted by the Venerable himself. And it will start the same time as your children's classes. So if they start on the 12th of January, which for Saturday, then your class will also start on 12th of January. But the timing for the second session, the English class, will be 4 p.m. to 5:30. Okay? But if you want to come earlier, at 2:15 to 3:45 is also okay. It's just that we time it such that when your lesson ends, the child is also about to go home. Then you can go and fetch him. Then you don't have to loiter and wait around the temple. So the venue will be here, in this classroom, the tea house. If you want to make use of our free shuttle bus service, some of you may already know. Okay, for it picks you up at the Ang Mo Kio MRT station, taxi stand. So for English class, you'll be at the pickup time will be at 3 o'clock. Okay, and then when school ends at 5:45, the buses will wait for you and your child here outside in the car park. Parents can also take the bus. Okay, you can take it together with your child. And for Sunday class, the bus will pick up at 7:30 And then, although school ends at 10 o'clock, okay, the bus will come at 11. Because for Sunday school, after lessons, I think there's some light refreshment for the children. So at 11 o'clock, the bus will come. Okay, this is our website. You can go right tonight. Just go up. We will put up important information here. Under school matters, there are a lot of things, forms to download, for example, notice of absence forms, and resources for children and teachers. Teachers can also go there. And if you want to email to us, you can click this. Okay? When you call us in the office, sometimes we may not be around because we're always running around, especially on Sunday, very, very busy. So if we can't respond immediately, please forgive us, but leave us an email. We will get back to you. Our working days during school term is on Wednesday to Sunday. Monday and Tuesday are off days. But when the school term ends, then our working hours days will be from Monday to Friday. But you can leave us an email anytime if it's urgent, or give us a call. Sometimes we have messages which are urgent and we couldn't get you in time, so we may SMS you or email you. If it's an event that is going to happen sometime later, we'll give you a letter, usually through your children. So please ask your children also to show you, okay, is there any letter from the school today? Because some of them don't show parents. They will just stuff it in the bag and then it will be crumpled. And by the time you see it, the event is over. So ask your child whether there's anything to show you. Okay, so for first day of school, your child will report to the 10,000 Buddha Pagoda Shrine Hall on level 2. Okay, bring a small bag with the puja book. You receive a bundle of things. So there's a puja book and also the student handbook, pencil case and a water bottle. Fill it up with water. Please go through this handbook with your child, because inside you have the school rules, and also you can refer to the schedule inside. When are there lessons, when there are no lessons, is inside here. Okay, some of the days we don't have lessons, for example Chinese New Year, we break for two weeks. Then Qingming festival, because it's very crowded here, so we also don't have school. Then the whole of May, because of exams, we also don't have school. And also in the middle of year, which is in June, we have a camp for primary 4s to primary 6. So it's outdoor camp. Okay, we'll let you know the details when school reopens. And then there are other information. So I'll just ask your child to write his name or her name on here. Actually, you should write the name on everything that he brings along, even water bottle, so that it's not misplaced. Sometimes shoes is also should label it, because I have students who wear wrong shoes. Because they are all placed in the shoe rack downstairs, and then I just grab and I go to go, and then the child was left limping because no shoes. So maybe write the name of your child inside, okay, the shoe, so that we can find it if it's lost. Okay, is there any Q&A? Questions? Over here we have a discipline master, and Sunday school we have a discipline mistress, teacher Laiwa. Saturday will be teacher Vincent Chu. Okay, basically they are very, very kind teachers. They are not at all fierce at all. Okay, but they will take care of disciplinary issues. They are also teachers, so they have a class. But mainly they will take note of latecomers, people who are late. And why they are late, sometimes it's the parents' fault. The parents go shopping and then forgot the time. Parents bathing and then take too much time. Or sometimes it could be because of enrichment. They have tuition, enrichment, and then it ends late. And then they have to rush here. So maybe readjust the timing so that your child don't feel so rushed and have time for lunch before they come here. So they come here without lunch. And also bring their shirt along. But if it always coincides with the Dharma class, then maybe have to work something out. Because I have good children who are really interested in learning Dharma. The parents pull them out from class, from school, because they are not doing well in school, for example. Okay, the parents expect them to get better grades, but they didn't. So they say, okay, Dharma class can go. Okay, tuition more important. That's not very good because you're telling your child that Dharma class is not important. Okay, and everything else is take precedence. So your child, for example, if exams are coming, then your child should be trained to prepare it earlier, right? So shouldn't just skip one lesson just because Monday there is a paper. Then your child will always think that, okay, anything that comes, okay, Dharma class will be the first to go. Then some of them are really, really very interested, but because they are still young, they need their parents to fetch them to school, so they have no choice. And also, after learning, okay, every day when they go back home, ask them what did they learn. Make them articulate what they learn. Because sometimes when we see them along the corridor, ask them what they learn, they say don't know. It cannot be your teachers didn't do anything. Of course, there must be some learning. So ask them, okay, what do you learn? I'll make them repeat to you. And then after that, you say, okay, then how should you apply this knowledge or this value in now, everyday life? How you deal with your gogo, okay, your meme. Okay, how are you going to do that? So the practice part, we really need your help. Because we only see them once a week. Where you can make them practice through some activities, but sometimes they see it as a game. Then after that, after the game, no more. So when you go back home, make them practice and make them write down how are they going to use that value, whatever they have learned in their school, in their relationship with their friends, their siblings. Write it down, and we will teach them meditation. Usually they don't like because children nowadays are very, very restless. They cannot sit still for long. Okay, so one thing that differentiates us from a normal school is that we want to train the mind. Okay? Schools are really teaching them values like integrity, respect, and all this. We still teach them these values because these are attributes of the Buddha, but we also want to focus on the mind training. So that's why we have meditation. Although it's very short, 5 minutes, but it is still better than nothing, and it slowly will increase. Okay, so make sure that they practice it at home, and you can practice it together with them. Then they say, okay, it's something that my family does it together, so encourages them, and it helps to settle them down and be able to focus also, to be able to be more focused in their studies. Yeah. Are there any questions? Yes.
Can I ask you about the parent session on Sunday?
Sunday, yeah. Oh yeah, the Sunday time. For Sunday, it will be from 8 to 9:30.
So you will coincide with the students?
Same together with your child. So they start at 8, you also start at 8. But they finish at 10, you finish at 9:30.
Thereafter, after the form compulsory, the ongoing as well as
For Sunday class, I think there are only 4 sessions. So after this 4, no more. Then you can join the Saturday one. But for Saturday school, there will be more sessions. Yeah, any more questions?
Over here.
Yes.
I have children in Saturday and Sunday classes as well. So, I mean, since you mentioned Saturday have more classes, and is it similar for Sunday and Saturday classes for the first 4 sessions?
It should be similar.
So then I will just attend the Saturday classes.
Yeah, you can attend the Saturday course.
That will be better.
Yeah, you see, it's a basic Buddhist teaching, so it should be the same. Unless Sư Fu wants to address more about working with teenagers on Sundays, for example.
So your advice is
But there's only 4 sessions. So you can attend the Sunday one first, then after that join the Saturday one. Because he may want to address working with adolescents, teenagers. If not, I hope that you have already registered in the classroom 5 and 6 and then purchased the t-shirt and collected the books. There is an optional temple tour led by Janice. So if you're interested, you have never come here before, you can meet her outside to tour around, and then you can go to fetch your children from the 10,000 Buddha Pagoda. And if you have any questions, I'll be here to answer your questions. Okay, but thank you for coming.